Good morning, everybody. It is a quiet Saturday morning as I'm reflecting about the last month and the last quarter, sending out this private investor, the co-partner update on August 1st, August 2nd, Saturday. And I just wanted to give you a brief understanding of the development accomplishments that we've had for the last quarter, as well as the finance and accounting achievements in the last quarter. This is a private update for investor partners only who are investing right alongside of us. And remember, I have $1 million into the Prestige at Mayhill, so I have plenty of skin in the game. Take certainty in that, because that's one of the questions that we have are hard questions. Is we want to make sure that people are asking hard questions, on these deals that are coming across your desk. So I'm just going to continue to do a one-shot segment here. It's going to not be perfect, but it will be transparent, honest, and full of good details, like the engineer and landlord that I am. So here we go at the top. Development achievements. We spent a lot of time in New York last week talking again to registered investment advisors, broker-dealers, family law offices, and we have secured the bridge loan at 9.5%, which is phenomenal for a bridge. It's a nice fat bridge loan to take us into the construction. And we also have a lot of good options for that construction loan. Remember, we went for that construction loan a year ago and rates were way too high. We had to tell about 15 lenders no, because rates were too high. Why do all this work and give all the money away to the lender? So 9.5 is a great loan. It also came out of a trip that we did last September where we went to Nashville, spoke in front of registered investment advisors, broker-dealers, family law offices, did a big dinner for the advisors, and got good response about that. So we're in a good position there. I expect the next 20 to 30 days to be extraordinarily busy while we work on getting all of the documentation in that this attorney lender needs. And while they have a site visit to the property, but we have that pre-approval now. Very exciting. It'll take care of the fees that are due at the city and pick up that plat, pick up that building permit, and pay for the contracts, pay for the permits, and remove the trees. Take 2 weeks to remove the trees. We're going to push to get an expedited grading permit from the city now and push forward. So we're very excited, not quietly excited, but kind of quietly excited like we are when we have big, exciting things going through the city. So very exciting to have also submitted a second submission for the grading and paving for some additional parking on phase 1, 226 units that are permitted. And we needed another about 40 parking spaces. So that we should get that approval next week, I believe. Many healthy options for the construction loan in hand. I'm not going to go into details about that, but many. Again, this project penciled when the construction rates were too high at a 9% yield to cost last year. So if we can get a construction loan at 7-8%, that's very doable. I've never seen construction rates over 9% in 20 years that I've been doing commercial real estate. So we were able to see our way to a $2 million savings, $2 million in savings by removing the last 2 underground parking garages. And that plan adjustment is going through the city right now. It's excellent timing, bless God. We're excited about that $2 million savings in build cost. That just means better profit margin for all of our investor partners that are investing alongside us. The new appraisal is about 85 or 90% completed. We also did a recent review of rent comps through ALN apartment data and an internal rent comp study as well, seeing that we still can get $2.86 a foot for this Class A luxury apartment. So remember, Dallas rents rose 6% over the last year. That's very strong for a country that's in recession. I was just in New York. They are way in recession. It's like, it's a different world. But it reminds me that, not all of the country has this Dallas economy to be investing in. Even though we may go through a little dip, Dallas is strong. In the submarket, Denton, the rents rose 11% in the last year. That's almost double of Dallas. So great market, great submarket. With FEMA, we have our Clomer that should be 1 or 2 weeks away. We had a little bit of adjustment there with the detention upon moving back on, but that should give us another 5 acres. This flat land, the city put a regional area detention pond across the street of, I think, 4 or 5 acres. So that removes all a risk of flooding. And we don't even have a 500-year floodplain on our property. So, with the changes that have been happening with the new administration, then I think that that's slowing things down a little bit. But we went into FEMA and they said, why did you not just submit a LOMR, which is a letter of map revision? So we've got certainty of that. That's for phase 2. That's 120 units coming right behind these permitted 226 units we're starting construction on. Interior design, I'm trying to think of the layman's terms. FF&E, fixtures and furnishings. This is corridors, amenity buildings, art, fitness floor, leasing floor, investors loft, which investors will be welcome to come once a year, stay 1 or 2 nights in this investors loft. It'll bring capital. It'll allow investors to fall in love with our properties. Also, the pool and common area fixtures and furnishings are complete. Our interior design plan is actually in the deal room. We uploaded that. honorsdealroom.com. Remember, one take. honorsdealroom.com. So log in, check that documentation. It's uploaded into Fund 3. And we'll go over that in just a second. We are having weekly meetings with the general contractor and construction project management team, very strong, civil engineers, architect, and honors way development team. We added an electrical engineer and a computer science engineer to our internal construction project management team. Very sharp guy, praise God. We have our tree removal and grading permits to do next. We have the hard costs of the construction budget and the draw schedule completed. We had bid out when the tariff talk was starting. Not everybody knew that it was going to settle down. There was only a 2% increase in construction cost. So we have a good bet on a level construction cost and maybe some reductions in the way that the businessman leading the country is doing now. So love him or hate him, he's a good businessman. And it shows in our construction budget. We also met with a fabulous co-developer team in New York, had coffee, and they're very seasoned, very trustworthy, and they're not going to try to steal the deal. They have 1,400 transactions. They have a retail development that they're doing, and just really great, to sign on these big loans with me, $10 million, $100 million. Talked about the bridge. The contents of the grab and go room and the fitness room and the mail room have been finalized with our interior design. We are working next, excuse me, We are working next on the interior design material of the leasing office, and that would be leasing office, fitness room, and investor's loft, a 3D rendering by our renderer who did some fabulous renderings, and they are also in the deal room, honorsdealroom.com. The EV station plan for additional operating income, we have a couple different vendors for that. And then the underground utilities invoices are in to spend $250,000 in pushing those electrical poles underground with our Denton Municipal Electricity provider. Fiber optics we took care of. Atmos gas, we took care of those underground utilities. That's next. Of course, we're going to grade, compact, lay utilities, and lay the foundation. Very exciting. So let's shift gears. We're going to talk about finance and accounting. And remember, I do have I just got a notification. Okay. I do have accounting at a CPA level, 30 years in engineering, accounting at a CPA level, landlord, 20 years in commercial real estate. So let's shift over to finance and accounting. We just finalized an internal audit for the past 3 years, 24, 23, 22. And then we're going to get that to a major firm for an external audit. And that'll allow us to be loaded onto some nice platforms for funding for the vertical, for the Corinth Living condo project, and some other projects that I have seen in the area that are off market. The stock certificate should be in your deal room. Check it. You ensure that you have your stock certificate uploaded on honorsdealroom.com. And we picked up the project on the property management software, which includes end-to-end accounting. It includes the tenant website, advertising, marketing, lease signing, screening, then lease signing, maintenance requests, and a ton of great reports. So the software company that we have chosen is not as expensive as RealPage or some of the others or Yardi, but it's an end-to-end software package, very user-friendly and very powerful. And they just got an influx of capital by Blackstone of $200 million. So they are running. So let's talk about the Prestige Entitlements. Fund 1 closed successfully, overfunded, just as planned. We opened up Fund 2, and that is Corinth Living Condos, which is 60 mixed use on the same building. And since we met our numbers for phase 1 and phase 2 at 350 units, and we didn't have to go to a phase 3. This is a separate project, and our current investors are entitled to participate in the profits from the 350 units, which is a nice bite-sized chunk for an institutional buyer. We've always been focused on an institutional buyer, and this is a nice chunk. Some of those little projects, 100, 200, they're too small. They would have to be coupled with other projects in order for an institution to even be interested in looking at it. Most of the time, they'll just pass them by. So nice bite-sized chunk. Corinth Living Condos, 60 mixed use, so 30 condos on the top, so we can liquidate and infuse the project with capital immediately, and investors get a part of that sale of those condos. And then on the bottom, nice cash flow for the partners who get rents, 30 Class A luxury apartments, commercial multifamily, and this is going to be a 55 plus property. So nice demographic, 30 something in the 350 units, and then on the other property, 55 plus. Great demographic. They have pride of ownership. They will tell you what's going on, which is also nice. And they need a stellar, clean, concierge type place to live. I love that tenant type too. So Class A shares on that position for the Corinth Living condos. One is up to 3 times return, just like our regular. In 3 years, it's a 3-year hold, so that all the partners end up coming out at the same time. Here's the alarm. And we want everybody to participate at the sale of the property at the same time, so nobody gets liquidated. So again, nobody gets liquidated. Nobody gets not liquidated. Nobody gets their position watered down, whatever that word is. So that's Class A, up to 3 times return. Class B on the condo project, 13% for 18 months. It's straight debt, just straight debt, easy to calculate. So Fund 3, which is also opened, it's been open for about 6 weeks now, and it has $1.5 million raised for that project already. It sells itself. Class A share is up to 3 times return on a waterfall structure, and Class B shares straight debt, 13% for 18 months. So let's go into the deal room and I'll show you in about 30 seconds. Okay, so this is our Honors Way YouTube, over 150 videos on commercial real estate investing, due diligence, the market, project updates. This is where you get all of your project updates because we can't meet with everybody individually. So we have about 65 investors. We can't meet with everybody individually. So honorsyoutube.com, and that's how you get to the YouTube channel, honorsyoutube.com. So we've got great how to invest in your first real estate deal, commercial due diligence, how to put your IRA to work. And we have a company that has flat fees. We also have a discount code of you can get with us for that discount code of Honors 150, and they'll take a discount off of your account when you invest with us. We have I don't know, maybe 8 people with our super sauce, our secret sauce, IRA custodian. So here's the deal room. As you know, honorsdealroom.com. We closed the entitlements phase because this property and project is big enough we could have 3 phases, but we met our numbers with 2 phases. We've got the entitlement phase, and this is the one that is open right now. The Fund 3 vertical fund, it has $1.5 million. And then we just kicked off the condo project as well, which will follow on after the vertical project. So if we look at my page, I'm going to show you, again, this is confidential only to our current partners, that I have $1 million in. Okay, so I have plenty of skin in the game. I haven't taken any distributions yet. You can see all your distributions that you've gotten along the way. And so you can see that I have plenty of skin in the game. And besides, working all the time on it. Ready, go. So we're looking at my distributions. I haven't had any yet. But if I wanted to invest again, you can see how streamlined this process is. Now you can go in and make another investment very quickly and easily. Just click on the invest button, just like I'm doing. And I want to invest in the Fund 3, which already has $1.5 million in it. Invest. Here's your workflow process. You could just sign your documents very quickly and easily. Here are all your documents. You can get a download of all of the transparent documentation from the city, the reports, the building plan, the cover sheets for the stamped plan, all the approvals, you just click this download button and it gives you a compressed folder in your download folder. So it's not a ton of documents, it's a compressed folder in your download folder. You can just click download. And then you confirm that you've reviewed or received the documents. That's fine. And then we go to next, and this is your process. So the Fund 3 is actually a 506B right now. So we can take unaccredited investors up to 35. That means somebody is not making $200,000 a year as a single or $300,000 a year as a couple, or they do not have $1 million of assets outside of their home. So that's an unaccredited investor. They can get training from our YouTubes and they can become a sophisticated investor. And that's why we have all this training and due diligence going on for them. So I would just select my profile because it's already set up. I would say I want Class A shares of up to 3 times return in 3 years. That's the agreement. And then say we want to do $150,000. The profit generators are in the deal room of how that works. First, 10% interest for 18 months. If the rents come online, they'll probably cross over. But we want you to participate in those rents. You get a kicker when we place the permanent HUD loan. Just we work and you get paid. And then you get to participate in the sale. So that's how that waterfall structure lays out in your profit generator in the deal room. So we click on next. It's going to say, hey, look, you already have an investment in this offering. Are you sure you want to do another one? Yes, we do. So of course I'm accredited. You can get your accreditation letter right through the portal at $70. You upload to the attorneys in the background and we pay for that $70. But if you're accredited investing and you need to update your accreditation letter, that's how you can do it right in the portal in the background to the attorneys. We don't see any of that. So we're going to skip and continue. And then you've got your documents to sign. Very quick and easy. We can click e-sign now. You can go through this and back out of it at any point. If you want to look at it, check it out, and then go, okay, I want to look at it again later today. Then it'll start loading the private placement memorandum, which actually states the up to 3 times return on that Class A share. And it states the debt position of 13% for 18 months. So it looks like their website is running a little slowly. We won't wait for that, but it pops to the right fields. You can fill out those fields all on your own. And this is a subscription agreement. Click on that, get started. Next. Oh, this is the PPM. So you can see that the terms are actually listed in the private placement memorandum right here. And we have you initial so that we know that you have seen the terms. They're very nice. You're not going to find this anywhere. You're not going to find that $8 million that is in equity already that's collateral securing your investment. That's really important. So we bought the property at $6 million. We put entitlements on it, bringing it to 13.3. And now it's permitted, which is worth 16 million. So we have lots of equity protecting our partners. And, it's even in the private placement memorandum. So click next, and you can get through those documents and you can add to your position at a very high rate of return in this time where we are kicking off construction now. And everybody is very excited. We've got that big bridge loan coming in to take us there, and construction loan is coming right behind it. So get involved with us. Take a look at the nice process that is in your deal room, and take a look at adding to your position, because there's nothing in the market that compares to this. The market, the submarket, the asset class, the 3 funds. the team of 400 years of experience. So take a look at it, see what you think, and just a little update on the nice processes that we have in the deal room now. So if we look at Fund 3, which is open right now, everything on one page. This is our sister property, 22 North, as you know, built in 2018, 240 units on 14 acres on Baghdad and Austin, and Dallas is a better market. So all of these are actuals from the Austin project. We've got our location here in Denton, medical office building, some medical center, Class A medical office, and we've got our apartments here right next to Jerry Jones's apartment complex. And then about 4 miles away, 3 or 4 miles away, we have some nice shopping, Kinder Scott, White House Black Market, golf courses. So you're going to see that in the deal room. You're going to see your medium case projections that are conservative. You can see information about the market and the submarket, the shares that are being offered, about our underwriting. We have maybe 30, 35 documents into the deal room on Fund 3, since it's a continuation of Fund 1. But I would say, pay attention to the top handful of documents, but we're still continuing to be transparent. We have city approvals in there. We have reports. We have plans. We have the first couple pages of our stamped plans, a building permit. We're not going to put everything in there and give away the store millions of dollars of work, but you can see that we're being very transparent. You want to click on the parcel information. You can see that we own the property since 2023, June. You can get to our website, you can do the videos, you can do this deep dive, which is recommended. It's about 30 minutes, and Carrasco and I are talking about development, previous development experience, the advantages of the Dallas property over the Austin property, and our track record, all of these city approvals, traffic impact showing 33 million vehicles per day, vehicles per year going through in front of our property. And then we have the location map. So that's all of that is in your deal room. I would, if you haven't looked at this deep dive presentation in a little while, do 20 or 30 minutes there. You know that we are working and we are excited for this next chapter. We are quietly working, forging ahead and having excellent meetings with our construction team. So we are very excited about your partnership with us and being at this level right now. We're excited about the new fund that's opened, as you can see, 1.5 million already raised for the vertical piece. And you have a blessed week, and check out our YouTube channel, honorsyoutube.com, for project updates. And nice to see you again this quarter. Take care. God bless.